Hello to everyone in TV land. This is Focus on Liberia online television, and you are listening to the Focus on Liberia Daily News with Gwendolyn Dorado. I bring you the headlines. World Tuberculosis 2024, WHO Regional Director urges unified action. Government of Liberia announces climate change initiatives. Sweden approves US $400K to finance Liberia's National Development Plan. House threatens jail sentence for LRA Commissioner General. And LPC political leader speaks on Buckeye's 2024 fiscal plan for Liberia. Those were the headlines, and I'll bring you the news in details. On the occasion of World Tuberculosis Day, Dr. Meshidiso Moiti, the World Health Organization Regional Director for Africa, has issued a compelling statement calling for intensified efforts to combat tuberculosis and to eliminate it as public health threats. Dr. Moiti highlighted the significant progress made since the 72nd session of Africa in 2022, where ministers of health across regions prioritized childhood TB. According to her, the effort has led to a notable 20% increase in identified pediatric TB cases compared to the previous approach towards recognizing TB in children and advancing towards eradication. Despite the stride, TB remains a formidable challenge, ranking as the second leading cause of death from a single infectious agent. In 2022, approximately 2.5 million individuals contracted TB in the African region, with 424,000 TB-related deaths recorded, a staggering toll that underscores the urgent need for sustained action. The WHO African region, in collaboration with member states, continues to spearhead strategic initiatives aimed at curbing the TB epidemic. Progress has been made through the development of monitoring tools such as the African TB scorecard and endorsement of the end of TB. World Tuberculosis Day, observed on 24th March each year, is designed to build public awareness about the global epidemic of TB and efforts to eliminate the disease. Deputy Minister for Budget Tanen Bruson has emphasized the government of Liberia's unwavering commitment to combating climate change through a transformative approach. Speaking at the launch of the Liberia Climate Development Report organized by the World Bank Group, Honorable Bruson highlighted the imperative for a paradigm shift in addressing climate-related interventions. The event, held at the Monrovia City Hall on March 22nd, witnessed the unveiling of strategies aimed at integrating climate considerations into Liberia's development agenda. Key among the initiatives is the development of the country's development for all 15 counties, emphasizing climate smart and sensitive approaches, which, according to Honorable Bruson, will be pivotal in shaping the forthcoming National Development Plan spanning from 2025 to 2029. She underscored the importance of mainstreaming climate considerations within development planning and budgeting process. The government is poised to bolster climate finance mechanisms and policy frameworks to facilitate green financing initiatives, including investments in health, sanitation, and solid waste management to integrate environmental risk and promote public health, she added. Speaking, Robert Talusio, World Bank Country Director for Ghana, Liberia, and Sierra Leone, expressed the bank's readiness to support Liberia's climate change agenda, emphasizing the critical findings of the report. Talusio stressed the urgent need to address key sectors such as land management, forestry, power, and infrastructure development to safeguard Liberia's future against climate-induced risks. Highlighting the report's their warnings, Talusio cautioned that failure to act on climate change could exacerbate poverty levels, undermine economic stability, and pose a grave threat to Liberia's prosperity. The government of Sweden has approved approximately US 400,000 as financing for the completion of Liberia's National Development Plan, as well as the 100-day deliverables of President Joseph Boakai. The disclosure was made when Mr. Jostrom, ambassador of Sweden to Liberia, met with the senior management team of the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. According to Ambassador Jostrom, the 400,000 United States dollars will be used to complete the development and implementation of the country's next 5 years development plan, which will analyze the country's objectives and priorities in all sectors and in response to identify national needs. A meeting held on March 14 by the Liberian government with international partners on updates from the government of Liberia regarding support for the country's next 5 years national development plan initiated the financing by the Swedish government that has been a partner to Liberia by providing financing that strengthens capacity in public administration, rule of law, accountability, and respect for human rights, participation of women in political process, and support in the health sector, amongst others. The House of Representatives has threatened to jail the Liberia Revenue Authority Commissioner General, Mr. Dobajala, if he refuses to sign duty-free for 2 cars each for them. The House invited Mr. Jala to appear before the Honorable House today, March 25th, to answer questions regarding the request for duty-free at the port, as it is customary that each year members of the House import 2 cars without paying to the government's revenue. At the same time, the House has challenged the LRA to raise domestic revenue for the country, noting something the Commissioner General Dobajala has promised to deliver. The news went on saying ordinary Liberians are paying 1,500 United States dollars to free their cars at the port. That's the free port of Monrovia, as lawmakers who are paid by the Liberian taxpayers' money have been importing their vehicles duty-free. The political leader for opposition political party, the Movement for Progressive Change, Seymour Freeman, has termed Boakai 2024 fiscal plan for Liberia, says JMB has only rescued himself and not the ordinary Liberians. The defeated presidential candidate in the 2023 election has termed the draft 2024 budget as scary, noting that majority of the money budgeted are on recurrent expenditure. In his Facebook post, Mr. Freeman said of the FY 2024 draft national budget in the tune of US 692.41 million. 92.5% is going back to government officials for payment and service of debt. The Liberian businessman said the budget falls flat of respecting the rescue mission for the ordinary people. Freeman intoned that President Boakai's government has the largest bureaucracy with expanded positions in government, thereby causing recurrent expenditure to increase. He said rather than appointing more officials, the president should have focused electricity availability by paying LC debt to ensure that current remains stable. Senior Freeman said for the last 2 months, the only individual who has been rescued by the rescue mission is President Boakai. That does it for the Focus on Liberia Daily News. I bring you a recap of the headlines. World Tuberculosis 2024, WHO Regional Director urges unified action. Government of Liberia announces climate change initiatives. Sweden approves US $400K to finance Liberia's National Development Plan. House threatens jail sentence for LRA Commissioner General, and LPC political leader speaks on Boakai's 2024 fiscal plan for Liberia. On behalf of the management and staff of Focus on Liberia, many thanks to our listeners and viewers. We urge that you keep following us and share our videos. My name is Gwendolyn Dorado. I presented.